Hi, I've been asked this question in the gym time and time again. How many reps and sets should I do for building muscles? Well, I cannot give you a simple answer because the effectiveness of resistance training or weightlifting depends on a large number of variables, such as form and techniques, choice of exercises and equipments, progressive overload, speed of movement, overall volume and intensity, rest, nutrition, and many more. I'm trying to demystify the question of number of reps and set for building muscles in this video. For a start, the key to successful resistance training that fulfills your goal is first to establish the number of repetitions to be performed using a trial and error method. For example, if you decide to perform 10 repetitions, you need to find a weight that you can lift successfully 10 times only, but are unable to lift for an 11th time. If you are able to perform more than 10 repetitions, the weight is too light and you need to increase it. Conversely, if you are unable to perform the prescribed 10 repetitions, you need to reduce the weight so you can lift it 10 times, but no more. I don't really want to bore you with too much science, but before I go any further, I need to briefly explain to you that there are 3 types of muscle fibers within our skeletal muscles. First, Type 1 aerobic fibers, and they are used for endurance-type activities. These fibers do not generate as much force as Type 2 fibers, but are more resistant to fatigue. For this reason, the muscles containing primarily Type 1 fibers are often postural muscles and have an anti-gravity role and are heavily involved in the maintenance of posture. Then we have Type 2A and Type 2B fibers. They consist of more superficial muscles that are larger and are associated with movements of the torso and limbs. They are able to produce fast, strong muscle contractions but are quick to fatigue. We're genetically programmed to have a certain percentage of each muscle fiber type. Furthermore, the proportion of slow and fast twitch fibers in each muscle is determined by its role. The muscles of the neck and back have a role in the maintenance of posture and so have a high proportion of slow twitch fibers, which are slow to fatigue. The muscles of the shoulders and arms are often used to generate force, so they have a higher proportion of fast twitch fibers. Muscles of the legs often have high numbers of both fast and slow twitch fibers, since they must both continually support the body and play a role in movement. Now, coming back to the question, how do you decide upon the repetition range? That is, how many repetitions, how many reps? It depends on what you wish to achieve. Common goals of resistance training include improving muscular endurance, size, that is hypertrophy, strength, and power. Now, the chart here highlights the intensity required to elicit specific gains. In simple terms, for strength gains, a heavy load with low repetitions. You are training your Type 2B fibers, which acquire the energy through anaerobic glycolysis. At the other end of the spectrum, for muscular endurance, lighter load with a higher number of repetitions, 12 to 25 repetitions, you are training your Type 1 and Type 2A fibers, which acquire the energy through aerobic glycolysis. You are genetically programmed to have a certain percentage of each muscle fiber type. Those born with more Type 2B fibers, that is, those with a mesomorph body shape, are able to gain muscle size easier, and those with more slow twitch Type 1 fibers, those with an ectomorph body shape, are more suited for endurance activities such as marathons. Now we're going to talk about how much weight you should lift. The amount of weight to be used can be based on a percentage of your 1 repetition maximum. 1 rep max is the maximum amount of weight that you can lift once with good form. An effective resistance training program should reflect your needs. The table here outlines how you should apply specific training principles to various training objectives. Let's take a look at it. If your goal is to train for strength, then you need to lift a weight that is about 85% of your 1 rep max for 1 to 5 reps. Rest for 3 to 5 minutes, perform 2 to 6 sets, 1 or twice per week. If you're after hypertrophy, that is increase in muscle size, you need to lift a weight of about 67 to 85% of your 1 rep max, 6 to 12 repetition, rest for 1 to 2 minutes between sets, 3 to 6 sets for once or twice a week. If you want to train for muscle endurance, you choose a weight that is less than 67% of your 1 rep max, Perform 12 or more repetitions, rest for 30 to 60 seconds between sets, and perform 2 to 3 sets 2 to 3 times a week. Now, this is only a generalized guide, and the exact amount of weight, repetition, and sets depends on exercise you choose, type of equipment you use, and much more. Beginners to resistance training should aim to build a foundation of muscular endurance and start with just 2 sessions per week. Intermediate or advanced users may have specific training goals that demand greater frequency and the application of more advanced training systems with goals for muscular hypertrophy, strength, and power. If you are just starting out with an exercise program or aren't seeing results with your current routine, a personal trainer might be able to help. As we have mentioned before, there are so many variables that can affect the effectiveness of your resistance training, and selecting the right number of sets and reps are just the beginning. I would therefore strongly advise you to appoint an exercise professional who will devise an individualized program for you, according to your personal goals, offering you support, tips, and monitor your form and progress. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe, share, and comment. Please also hit the bell so that you will be notified of any new future video release. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness, and if you want to prevent lower back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon. Thank you.